We're still on the hunt on this radio station for people who are out there making a difference at the moment. In fact, it's probably just as important now as it was when lockdown began, all those months ago. As we approach the winter month, we've already spoken together about loneliness and isolation. Our pledge, remember our Pledge to Talk campaign, when I asked you just to pick up the blower and give someone a call and say hello, how you doing? That was good. For a whole day we encouraged you to reach out to somebody you hadn't seen for some time, or somebody you thought would love it. Some of us, or some of you, told us that you were lonely and isolated yourself, or that you knew elderly people who were, which is where Age UK come in. Did you know Age UK operate a companion line for the two counties of Herefordshire and Worcestershire? Well, they do, and Caroline Savage from the charity joins me now. She's their Social Inclusion and Wellbeing Manager. Hiya, Caroline.
Hello.
Hi. So what exactly does a companion line do then? Tell me more.
So our companion line offers a regular chat with a friendly volunteer. And it's a weekly sort of thing, but it's up to, the person how often they'd like to be contacted. And it's for people to discuss any issues which are concerning them, or simply just talk about what they've been doing to someone who can listen.
And do we call you, or do you get contacts for companionship and call us?
So people can call us directly and refer themselves, or they can do it on behalf of somebody else. Shall I give you the phone number?
Give it us at the end of the interview, and then people will have had time to get a pen and a piece of paper. How does that sound?
Okay.
There's a method to my madness. Yeah, go and get a piece of paper and a pen if you want the number. We'll definitely do that once we've had a quick chat about it. I just wonder how it's been for you this year on the companion line, and whether you've seen a big surge in demand for this sort of thing.
Yes, definitely. During lockdown, we know that a lot of people, and especially older people, they're isolating or shielding, or just really quite afraid to come out and be out and about in their own communities. With this, it's about making regular calls to people who are feeling lonely and isolated, and to give them that support.
And what sort of people are contacting you?
All sorts, to be honest. This actually is a service for people over 18 years old, and it works across the two counties of Hereford and Worcestershire. Yeah.
And you can ring on behalf of somebody else and register them?
Yep, absolutely. You can ring on behalf of somebody else, whether it's a friend or a relative, somebody you know, or you can do it directly yourself too. And we need volunteers as well.
I was going to ask that.
Help reach all these people.
Yeah. So once you've got hold of somebody, do they get regular telephone calls from you, like weekly, monthly? You keep in touch with them, do you? You keep checking on them?
Yep. So they usually receive a weekly telephone call, but it is down to that person. Maybe they'd like some more contact, or maybe less. Maybe it's every 2 weeks. So it's completely up to that person, and it lasts as long, the service is for as long or as little as that person would like it for.
What do you talk about?
Anything. We try and match volunteers with people who have similar interests or hobbies, so that there is common ground already there. And it's just about getting to know each other, sharing your stories, what you've been up to recently, and just giving that support as a friendly ear to be listened to.
And you mentioned volunteers. I can imagine this would be something that would be tremendously satisfying and rewarding for volunteers who must be building up some pretty good friendships through this.
Yes, absolutely. It's very rewarding. From when, you start speaking to somebody who's, has a lot of concerns, to actually hearing their confidence grow and being able to go out and do things they used to really enjoy again.
Yeah. I was going to say that. I was going to say, what's the reaction from the people who maybe are lonely, maybe are isolated? How much of a lifeline can your companion line be? Are you hearing stories back that it's made a real difference?
Yes, absolutely. We know that it's reducing the feelings of loneliness. It's improving mental well-being. And it's a regular, consistent volunteer that they're speaking to, so it's not somebody new each time. They're building that relationship, and in turn they're building their confidence to be going and attending those sort of social activities. And perhaps there's some that they haven't done before. Yeah. It also gives us an opportunity to be able to signpost people if they need additional support in any other areas.
Yeah. I wonder about this. We've been talking a lot on this radio station about Christmas plans. Are worries over Christmas something your volunteers are hearing? The idea that maybe people will not be able to share it with their loved ones. Has that come up yet? Is it starting to come up? Oh, tell me.
I think, well, we're all conscious, aren't we? We don't know what the next couple of months are going to bring. Certain areas of the country are in lockdown again. Is that going to happen here? So people do have a lot of concerns, and they are anxious about what's going to happen. But by knowing that they've got this person, their volunteer, that's going to be in regular contact with them, is a huge weight off their mind.
Well, Caroline, I think you're doing a fantastic job. And all those minutes ago, you said to me, "Can I give you the number?" Because you were desperate. You were desperate to get it in. And the answer to that is yes, of course you can give me the number. And I hope people have now got all their pens and bits of paper together so that they can take it down. And we will be taking it down here as well, so you can call me if you don't get it. Caroline, that number is
0800 008 6077.
It's free to phone by the sounds of it as well, which is good, isn't it?
Yeah.
And is that the same number if people want to call you and say, "I want to volunteer, I want to help you do this"? Brilliant.
Yep, it's all one and the same number.
Well, once again, congratulations on the work you've been doing, and keep it up, because I think you're going to be well in demand as we come towards the Christmas season. Well done, Caroline.
Thank you very, very much.
Well done. Lovely speaking to you as well.
All right, thank you.
It's 0800 008 6077. And as I say, don't worry if you didn't get it or you got flustered or whatever. Just give us a call. I give my number out all the time. We'll pass it on to you. It could be the number that makes all the difference. And that's what it's all about, making the difference. Good story. I enjoyed that.
Together, we can make a difference. BBC.